Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel. So, I'm in front of my bookshelf today because today we're going to do my April TBR, and it's a little early for an April TBR, but I'll post it at the right time. Like today's April 23rd, but I'm busy this weekend and won't be able to film it, and I don't think I'm going to read much more this month. I might. If I do, I'll just add it in my TBR for May, but I just wanted to show you what I've read this month. So this month I started my TBR jar, and I only picked 2 out of it because I read more on my phone and Kindle than I do like physical books, but I wanted to get through a lot of the books that I haven't read on my shelf because I just feel guilty when I'm like, oh, this is my bookshelf, but I haven't read all of them, so it just feels kind of wrong. So I started this, and I read those 2 like the first weekend that I started this. But also, if you hear squeaking, it's my dogs also, so ignore that. And the lawnmower outside. Sorry, I'm trying to film this before anyone gets home because I get embarrassed. This is who's squeaking. Hey! Give it to me. Hey, drop. Drop. Now they're probably going to be mad at me. Okay, so to start with, let me go to my Goodreads because I want to go in order of what I read. Okay, so first, this month I read Bright. I was so excited to read this, for one, because everybody was talking about it. And so me and my 2 best friends started a book club, and this was our first pick. I think this was also my first 5-star of the year. No, that was A Curse for True Love and The Ballad of Never After. Just kidding, but this was another 5-star. I really, 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 really enjoyed it, and I love that it like ended. This might be a spoiler, but I'm not saying what happened in the end, but skip forward if you don't want to hear. That it like leaves off for the perfect, like, we know there's going to be another book in the series, which I love so much. So this was really good. Next, I read a book on my Kindle. I read this one next. Girl Last Seen. This was the book that my friend really wanted me to read for like 3 years, and she let me borrow it like 3 years ago, so it's been on my shelf forever, so I decided to read that one. It just took me so long to read it because that's not my usual genre. Like I'm not a big, like, that's not really a thriller. It was more of like a mystery kind of tense kind of thing, and I don't watch scary movies. I don't listen to true crime podcasts because I get too paranoid. So I was a little scared to read that one just because I usually don't read that genre, but I really enjoyed it. I think I rated it 4.5 stars, but on Goodreads it's probably 4 stars. It was really good. I really recommend that one if you're wanting to get into that genre. Those 2 were before I started my little TBR jar, so that was just what I was already reading in April. And then this one, I picked up because I read the first book and I liked it, and I saw, like, you know those TikToks where they have like the one-liners and you're like, add to cart. Yeah, and I read the first one in the series. It's Pretty Rings and Broken Things. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed it while I was reading it, but I don't remember what happened. Or I don't remember what happened. But I enjoyed it while I rated it 2 stars. Probably just because I was reading, probably because the 2 books before that I rated higher, and it just wasn't, I mean, it was good. I don't know. But, sometimes I just read books like that to kind of not cleanse my palate for reading, but just like it's an easy, quick read, and it's not a whole lot of brain power, if you know what I mean. So, and then the next 2 are ones that I did after I picked from my TBR jar. So I had Better Than the Movies and Beach Read. I read Better Than the Movies first, and I mean, y'all saw I put a few clips in for here. I already want to reread it and like go through and tab and annotate because I loved this so much, and I've been thinking about them since then. And I don't usually, I mean, I do that with some like fantasy books, but romance books, I usually don't like think about them after, but they were so cute. And I think she has more like in a series. Like there's a second book with this couple, and then she has other couples as well. I really want to read more of her books, but I want to wait until I get through more of my like physical TBR to buy them, because I want to read hers physically because it was just so good and so cute, and I read it so quickly. It was so fun. Highly, highly, highly recommend. I rated this 5 stars. Okay, and then the next one was Beach Read. And I read about like 100 pages of this last summer or the summer before, and then I just wasn't really in like a very summery romance read, so I stopped reading it. But like obviously I picked it back up because I pulled it from the TBR jar, and I feel like that is what not ruined it for me. It was good. I think I rated it 3.5 or 4, I can't remember, but I'll put it on the screen. But I liked them, but I think I liked them so much that this wasn't as good as I anticipated, because all of the people I watched, like Heather and Sarah and Destiny and Haley, they all love Beach Read and like have multiple copies, and they annotated it, and I thought it was good. It just wasn't as good as I expected, and I don't know if it's because I read better than the movies right before, or if it's because I read the first 100 pages like 2 years ago, and I did skim over them to like kind of do like a recap, and I remembered a lot of it because I mean it was good when I was reading it. I don't know, I just don't know if I was in love with the characters. I feel like the storyline was good, but I wasn't in love with the characters as much as I hoped to be. Overall, 2 very good first picks for drawing from my TBR jar. Okay, and last but not least, I read Bridesmaid for Hire by Megan Quinn. I picked this one up because I hadn't read in a minute, because I read these 2 very quickly and I just kind of needed a break. And I love Megan Quinn's books. Like most of hers that I've read, I've rated like over 3.5, maybe even over 4 stars, just because I love her writing and the book. First off, a lot of her guys or males that she writes, MCs that she writes, they're my book boyfriends. Like I love them so much. So I picked this one up. It was okay. Again, rated it 2 stars. But I think it was just, there wasn't enough banter, I guess, even though they're like that's their whole, anyways. It's about, basically it's about this girl. She's a wedding planner. She's going on vacation because she works too much, and then her brother's best friend is also on vacation for his boss's wedding. You kind of see what happens there. Anyways, they start fake dating, and then so on. But it was good. It just wasn't my favorite. Again, I think it's because I loved this so much. It just wasn't giving the way this was. But overall, I enjoyed it. So that's all I read on, so I read 4 physical books and 2 books on my Kindle/phone. Also, here's my Kindle on my stickers. I got like one of those like skins, but it was the wrong size, even though, I don't know if I put the wrong size or if they sent me the wrong size, but love. I've also been doing a book journal. I need to update it, but I kind of messed up and I put the cover page, I put January. I don't know why I did that. So I wrote starting January 24. And then here, I'm not going to show up close. I'm just showing like an overall kind of thing. This is where I'm putting all the books that I'm reading and the rating and like when I read it. And then my 5-star books, I still need to print out a few more. So I'm going to have a page of 5 stars. And this is my series tracker. And I think I want to add like Lynn Painter's, like, even though I don't even know if hers are series. I haven't really looked it up yet, but I kind of want to put hers in here. So far, I have the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, which I've read all of them. The Magnolia Park series. I have the last 2 left, which I really need to read soon because I don't want to get it spoiled for me. Obviously, the ACOTAR series. I just have A Court of Silver Flames left. Harry Potter. Don't know if that will happen. I really want to start Throne of Glass in Crescent City, but I'm scared. I'm scared. It's just so, Throne of Glass is so long, and I don't want to like start it and then get out of a fantasy mood and then like stop reading it halfway through the series, because then I'll be out of the world. And that's why I haven't finished ACOTAR, because I read it in like the fall time, and if I'm just not in that universe right now, so I don't know. We'll see. So that's my series tracker. And then I go through like month by month. This is like my January reads, which I still haven't printed out some things. My February reads, my March and April. So these are the physical books that I read besides Girl Last Seen, because I gave that back. Anyways, thanks for watching, and the next video will probably be another TBR video for May.